Smiles Television Talk Show. Will you come back?
Welcome to Smiles Television Talk Show. I'm your host, Stephanie Anthony Miles, and we're at the Orweathers at 1400 Missouri Avenue with the National Night Out, sponsored by Community Development Sustainable Solution. Yes, Stephanie Bush and Terrence Taylor, along with Smiles Television Talk Show, the City of East St. Louis, the East St. Louis Police Department, the Illinois State Police Department, and the federal government as well. We want to thank you for tuning in. We have a night full of fun and excitement. Don't go away, and remember, Jesus is the Lord. The Lord be magnified. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Welcome back to Smiles. As you see, we have a lot going on today, and I am just so honored to be sitting with our Chief of Police. You know, I really honor this man because one day I saw him on air praying for our community. Chief Hubbard, thank you for coming to Smiles, and I need to shake your hand. I know you have that mic, but thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely.
And sitting next to the Chief is Stephanie Bush, who's the president of the Community Development Sustainable Solutions, and their organizations that sponsor this, along with the police department, the City of East St. Louis, the city manager's office. You know, they brought in a lot of people.
Okay, do we have
Chief,
all law
if you
enforcement
will,
in the court?
tell us the impact that you would hope that an event like this has on our community.
I would hope that this event would have a huge impact. As you
Okay,
can
guys,
see, we
what I
have
want you guys
a
to
number
do
of
is
law
line up.
enforcement
I'm trying to get
officials
you
and officers out here. We have a number of children and youth out here. We have a number of adults out here. You see our city manager, our mayor, and also I actually thank you all Network Solutions for partnering with us and the city on this event, because I believe it's events like this that'll help change our community individual by person. So I really believe that this word is going to get out, and it'll be more events like this to come. But I really think just today, right now, what we're doing is going to have a huge impact on our city.
And you know what, Stephanie, now, I understand there's some games that are about to occur. Explain to us what's happening out there.
Oh my, today what we have going on is something called the request, and this is about to be awesome because the winner of the game gets to make a request on the other team, on the loser. So what we have is the community battling against the state police. So it's going to be a really big game, and it's going to follow, like I said, with the request. So we can't wait to see what's going to happen at the end. It's going to be interesting, Stephanie.
Well, you know what, Chief, I want to put you on the spot. And because I usually like to start my broadcast off with a prayer, and I didn't do that. Will you please pray for our city, pray for Smiles Television Talk Show, pray for Community Development Sustainable Solution, and just offer us a brief prayer, if you will.
Let's pray. Lord God, we come this afternoon just giving you glory, honor, and praise because you're wonderful all by yourself. Lord, we thank you, Heavenly Father, for your vision, Heavenly Father, on this event. Lord, we thank you for Smiles Television. We thank you for Sustainable Solutions, Heavenly Father. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for just blessing them to have the vision to do this event, Heavenly Father. But we also, Heavenly Father, as this event is going on, we ask you to bless the lives are changed, that people are touched, Lord, that you can speak the word to every individual that's out here, every individual that's around here, Lord, and go into this community and help us build the community, Lord, that we can be the city that you desire us to be. In the name of Jesus, we pray and ask it all. Amen.
Amen. And one quick thing that people need to know, that you're homegrown, and tell us a little bit about yourself real quickly in a nutshell.
Yeah, real briefly, born and raised in East St. Louis, Illinois. Went to Lincoln Senior High School, where I was a graduate of, attended Western Illinois University. Shortly after, I came back home from graduating in '92. One of my first jobs was Gibson Health Services, as you know, right there at 1460 State Street. From there, I was employed at the Casino Queen for some time, and then I came on to the police department in 1996, where I've been there 20 years. I worked in various departments, investigations, a training officer, arrest tactics and controller, patrol sergeant. And now, God blessed me to be in the position that I am as the chief, and it's a blessing.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for the prayers. We thank you for your service. And tell me, will you come back to Smiles Television Talk Show?
I sure will.
Thank you. Thank you. We got him on tape. Stay tuned for more Smiles. Welcome back to Smiles Television Talk Show. You know what? They haven't played that game yet. So we have time to talk to our Mayor Emika Jackson-Hicks, our city manager, attorney Courtney Logan, And look behind us. We have some great men who are here to protect our area, the East St. Louis Police Department, along with members of the Illinois State Police Department. Mayor Hicks, thank you for taking time to talk with us. Last year we had a great time. This year we got helicopter rides, we have basketball games. What do you want the citizens to gain this year from this event?
Well, Ms. Miles, first of all, I just want to thank you for allowing us to interview. And what I would like the citizens to know is this is what East St. Louis represents. It represents community. It represents us working together and coming together. Here tonight we have our police officers, East St. Louis police officers, as well as the Illinois State Police. And we have citizens out here all fellowshipping together, having a good time together, and this is what it's all about. I am so excited to be a part of this tonight. I'm so excited that we as a community, in the midst of everything that's been going on a national level, we as a community are still able to come together and just fellowship with one another.
You know what, and you mentioned some national things that are going on, and we know we don't really have that problem in our area. And this is an effort to even strengthen those relationships. City manager, you're fairly new here. You know, we have all kinds of reports about our crime rate, but we understand that it may not be quite as bad as it sounds out there. But what, as a new city manager, or as the city manager, would you like for our citizens to gain from this event?
Sure. Well, I believe a lot of what we do is about relationship, and there's a lot of broken relationships. There's a lot of broken trust between citizens and government, and citizens and law enforcement, and broken relationship between law enforcement and citizens. And this is an opportunity for us to take those steps in order to build those relationships, so we can have that understanding that law enforcement is here to serve and protect, right? And the citizens deserve a good public safety product as well. So this is an opportunity for us to come together and have those discussions and to make those introductions and meet each other. So when we see them out on the street while they're patrolling, it's not the first time that we see them. It shouldn't be the first time that we see them. So we encourage all the citizens to come out and get involved and start building these types of relationships with law enforcement, so it won't be that disconnect when they're pulled over or when they see law enforcement ride past.
Well, another question that I have, and anybody back here, if you want, what lasting thing would you like for our residents to know from you, from the officers who serve us every day, those who are on the streets, those who are driving the highways? What lasting words would you say to our citizens? Mr. Cole, I'll start with you because we're classmates.
We're out here to protect the citizens. We're not out here to hurt the citizens. We're out here to protect the citizens. Sometimes we have to do things that we may not want to do, but we're doing that. We want to stay safe. We want to go home late tonight too, just like everybody else wants to go home. But we also want to make sure that the citizens, they can go home and be able to sleep without the fear of somebody kicking in their door or breaking out their windows.
And I have a hard question probably for our Illinois State Police Department, because you guys are Caucasian. Do you have any apprehensions about patrolling our streets, or are you receiving any feedback in our community?
No,
Good.
we've been down here for about 2 years now with MEPAT, and there is no apprehension whatsoever. All we ask is cooperation from everybody down here in East St. Louis, and we'll cooperate with you guys. And that's why we're down here trying to convey that we're all human beings and just wanting to be safe, everybody to be safe and have a nice life like everybody else has.
That's excellent. And you know what? We want to see who's going to win that basketball game. That's what I want to see. You know what? I want to thank you, and don't go away, because we're going to come right back with some communications from our community, from some of the youth. Stay tuned for more Smiles. Don't go away.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's National Night Out, East St. Louis, and it's going down. I see Urban Core Recycling. Okay, what is National Night Out? National Night Out is about positive police and community relations. Okay? It's about public safety. National Night Out is about developing our community. It's our community. We must take back our community. Now, who am I? My name is Stephanie Bush. I'm an East St. Louis resident. I'm a community organizer. I'm a social advocate for change. I work for you. I'm the coordinator and I'm the host of this event, National Night Out, East St. Louis, and it's going down. Now let me tell you why it is that we decided to come here. Now a few years back, I went to a church here in East St. Louis, and at this church, we had a lot of people standing up in our pulpit. And these people were talking about they've already given $500,000 to lock us up. Hey, get the mic right. Okay. Now, then they came back and they gave another $500,000 to do what? Lock us up. So I said, now we don't have any jobs. We don't have any economic development. There's no place to work. There's no place to make money. But yet you're talking about locking us up. Those things don't go together. They don't go together at all. And then why did he want to do this though? Because they say East St. Louis has too much crime. East St. Louis has too much violence. And I want to say this, if you're tired of doing the same thing and getting the same results, then it's high time that we come together and figure out what is change. How do we change? And everybody's saying, where is the leader? How do we start? I'm going to tell you one sure place that we begin to start, and that's together. If you don't know where to start, you need to start together. That's where we start to make changes and where we start to bring about a difference in the lives of us and the people around us. We got work to do, East St. Louis.
Everybody is out here tonight. I mean, everybody. We even have the owner, the publisher, the designer of the I Am East St. Louis magazine. Hi, Charmaine.
Hello.
How are you? Give me your hand. I have to shake your hand. I am so proud of you and the work you're doing in our community.
Thank you.
You know what brings you out here to National Night Out?
Well, my cousins are Stephanie and Terrence, and I always want to support what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But this is such a worthy cause. Mm-hmm. This is something that needs to be addressed because of what's going on across the country. But, you know, quite honestly, I'm so excited to be in East St. Louis because we don't have the same problems that a lot of other communities have. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be out here, and I wanted to share the magazine with some people who may not have been exposed to it already. Okay. So that's why I wanted to set up a table out here and expose
7-minute quarters, no stopping, no clock.
And I know you have a lot to do right now, but I want to make sure people know how they can get your magazine and make contact with you.
Okay. Well, they can go to the website. It's www.iamestlouis.com, www.imestl.com. They can also reach us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, I Am ESTL Mag. We're on Instagram. at IMESTL Mag, and there is they can go and see the digital version of the magazine on the website, and they can make donations to the magazine, and they can also see some of the press that we've been getting for the magazine as well.
And you know what, in this next edition, you have some, as a matter of fact, you're going to do a piece on the National Night Out. So we encourage you all to support Charmaine Savage. And too bad you're not here right now. Stay tuned for more smiles. I told you once again, everybody's here. Everybody's here. From the St. Clair County Department, from the state of Illinois, all over. They're here in East St. Louis at 1400 Missouri Avenue in the Orweathers for National Night Out. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. We have two individuals sitting right here with us, and I want them to tell you a little bit about themselves because both of them are seeking your vote.
Good evening. My name is Kahala Clay, and I am the St. Clair County Circuit Clerk, and I am running for re-election in November. But even more importantly, I am born and raised in East St. Louis, 40th and State Street, down the street from what used to be Sheba's hamburger place.
Okay.
And I graduated proudly from Lincoln in 1995, and this is where I'm from. So this means a lot. As an attorney, it's really important. I've always wanted to help bridge the gap between the community and law enforcement, to build that friendship and that rapport that we can all work together and live peaceably together in the community. So this is an awesome turnout, and this is an awesome National Night Out.
And go ahead and give the mic to my best friend over there, my buddy, Di. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. My name is Calvin Dye Sr., prior resident of East St. Louis, Illinois. I graduated from Lincoln Senior High School and also graduated from SIU Edwardsville. I'm currently an investigator with St. Clair County State's Attorney's Office under the direction of Brendan Kelly. I am also a candidate for coroner of St. Clair County in the November the 8th election. I've spent 34 years with the Illinois State Police, and I worked throughout the state of Illinois from Chicago all the way down to Cairo. Most of my time with the state police was spent in investigations, and I'm happy to be here tonight for the night out for law enforcement in the community. Thank you.
You know what, I had them introduce themselves on purpose. Her name is so pretty, and I didn't want to mess it up. And I know Mr. Dye because we go way back, and our families go back. But I just want to thank you both for coming out. It looks like there's a lot of fun. So
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Let me ask you this: what do you think the residents are gaining from this?
I think they're gaining, like we stated, that closer relationship. So many people in different communities, especially the African American communities, don't always have that close relationship. But like I tell people all the time, without law enforcement, what would our civilization be like? So we understand that there are situations that are not what they should be, or that break us, or different things that happen. But these are great officers in a great community working together for a greater good.
And Mr. Dye, and I know if you should win the coroner's race, this is something you don't want to see any of these residents coming there. So kind of tell from your perspective the importance of strengthening relations with the community and the police department.
Sure. This is one way that the community can get a chance to interact with the police departments of all the various police departments around, because there's a gap between the police departments and the community right now, and that gap needs to be bridged. And one of the things that I always say when I talk to people is that the police departments need to give a little bit, and the residents need to give a little bit when they have interaction, and that way they have a better relationship. But this is the beginning. The police was playing basketball with the community, and the community see it now that they're regular, everyday citizens also.
I want to thank both of you for spending time at Smiles Television Talk Show, and we're going to have you come back at another time. How about that? You heard them. They said they surely will. So thank you again. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more smiles. Keep smiling. You look better when you smile.
Mike Heidoff with Metro Air Sport.
Okay, you know what? You're here. The kids are having a ball just watching us come in here. And we're excited that you are willing to come in the heart of East St. Louis, Illinois, and just share some of the things that you do. What goes on in a helicopter like that?
We can do anything from assisting patrol with missing persons, missing juveniles possibly, or we can assist in pursuits with
St. Charles in the house.
sometimes stolen vehicles or traffic offenses and anything like that. We have a spotlight and FLIR, so we can do heat searches and light anything up we need.
Okay, and you're from St. Charles, Missouri?
Yes.
You know what, it's also excellent to see that the police departments collaborate across the water. A lot of times we wonder how to bridge that gap, and we want to thank you for coming out here, and thank you for being on Smiles Television Talk Show. I'm standing here now with Lieutenant Tim Tyler from the Illinois State Police Department. You know what, thank you for taking time to talk with us. So give us a little idea of what you want to see happen here today with this National Night Out activity.
Here's the deal. This is what I see every day. I see so many great things being done in the community, like your organization. I see so many great citizens that are doing so many great things to assist law enforcement. One thing we want to constantly push, we cannot be the police if we don't use the public. The public are from the police and the police are for the public. That's it. Sir Robert Peel said that back in the 1700s, and the philosophy haven't changed. We're only successful as police officers because we have a great public. And thank you guys for allowing us to be police. We're grateful.
You know what, and we also want to thank you also for what we call bridging the gap from Missouri to Illinois, because I understand that the gentleman who came in on the helicopter are from St. Charles, Missouri. St. Charles, Missouri. So how was that arranged? Do you have any background on that?
It was arranged through, I made a phone call through our air operations in Springfield.
Okay.
Air operations, they work closely with these gentlemen, all the air assets. In the Illinois State Police, we don't have rotary wings. We have just fixed air rings. So the contacts were made because it's one team, one fight. We're all in this for the same purpose, and that's for safe communities.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. And we're going to go on and have fun. I understand you guys going to be playing basketball.
Yes, this year the state police is going to knock it out the box with basketball. So
sounds good. Thank you. Thank you again. Okay. Hey. You know what, I told you everybody was here. You didn't believe me. And now I'm sitting with the United States Department of Justice, State's Attorney, Donald S. Boyce. Attorney Boyce, thank you for taking time to join us. If you will, tell us a little bit about you, your position, and the impact this is having on not even just the city of East St. Louis, but maybe even the state of Illinois.
Sure, Stephanie, and beyond. This is a national night out. This is a nationwide event that the Department of Justice greatly supports. So I'm the United States Attorney for Southern Illinois. We cover a district that's 38 counties in the southern part of Illinois. So St. Clair, where we are, is our biggest and most populous county, but we cover a whole lot of a third of the state, basically. Our office, we're the lawyers for the federal government. So we prosecute federal crimes, and we deal with civil litigation in which the United States is a party. So I've been the U.S. Attorney only for a few weeks. The Attorney General appointed me after the last U.S. Attorney left, and then the next president will appoint a new U.S. Attorney once the next president is elected. So I have the job for now.
So let me ask you a question. Have you spent much time in East St. Louis at all?
I have. As you know, our courthouse, or you may not know, our courthouse is right down the street. We're at 1400 Missouri Avenue. Our courthouse is 750 Missouri Avenue. So I was at the courthouse this afternoon. I'm a almost daily visitor to East St. Louis and have been for about 10 years in that capacity.
You know,
it's where I come to work.
My son just won a scholarship from the East St. Louis Community College Fund, and we were there at the courthouse, and it's still a magnificent building, and it's just beautiful.
Congratulations.
I want to thank you for taking time to talk with us. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we wrap up? I just wanted people to get an opportunity to meet you, but if you have any lasting words that you would like to share.
Well, the words from the Attorney General that I got were that we should all support the National Night Out because it's a critical opportunity for the community to engage with law enforcement and build and strengthen those relationships.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for coming to Smiles. And tell everybody you're going to come back to Smiles.
We'll be back.
Okay. Thank you. You have a great day. God bless. Terrence Taylor, Stephanie Bush, an awesome event. Wrap this up for us. Tell everybody what went on and what you expect next year.
Well, what went on today was us being about it and not just talking about getting together and positive police and community relations. Today, we made an impact. We have even more citizens here in East St. Louis who spend time in a positive way with police. We have more people here in our community who know the police officers. More police officers policing our units who know our citizens. And you can't ask for better than that, Stephanie. That's what it's all about.
That's right, and we can't forget the message that we brought out here. We spoke about structural racism. We spoke about the school to prison pipeline, and we also spoke about community and police relationships. And so we think we had a great event. We think it was bigger than it was last year. And it was just what you asked for last year, Stephanie. What did we need? More people. And that's what we got.
Absolutely.
All right.
I want to thank. Go ahead, Stephanie.
One thing I want to say. This committee, our National Night Out Committee, did an awesome job helping to put this event together. Stephanie, we thank you for always coming out to cover the event. Top-notch job.
Thank you both for letting us be a part of this, because I think it turned out well. We want to thank you for tuning in to Smiles Television Talk Show. Don't forget, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, follow me on Twitter. National Night Out, sponsored by Community Development Sustainable Solutions. They have solutions, and you keep smiling. You look better than when you smile.
All right.
So remember, only what you do for Christ will last.
All right.
All right.